Have you ever wondered, could some of the medical tests you've been told are essential in your later years actually be unnecessary or even harmful? Imagine going to the doctor for a routine checkup, only to walk out with a long list of scans, screenings, and procedures. Many people assume the more tests, the better. It means I'm being thorough. But what if that wasn't always true? What if too much testing could lead to stress, false alarms, or treatments that do more harm than good? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we'll follow the stories of two friends, Walter and Susan, both in their late 60s. Through their experiences, you'll learn not only which 6 exams doctors often warn older adults may not need, but also how to live a long, strong, and vibrant life by focusing on what truly matters: healthy lifestyle habits, gentle fitness, nutrition, and peace of mind. And here's a challenge for you. As you listen, choose one of the 6 signs or tips that resonates most with you. Then write that number in the comments. If you agree with tip number 3, type 3 below. That way, you're not just listening, you're engaging and helping more people discover this important message. Now, let's begin. The Hook, Walter's Scare. Walter had always been diligent about his health. At 67, he visited his doctor for his annual exam. The physician suggested a battery of tests: full body scans, cancer screenings, and even a heart stress test. Walter thought, better safe than sorry. But a week later, his phone rang. The doctor said one of the scans showed a suspicious shadow. Panic set in. He barely slept for nights, imagining the worst. After more invasive tests, the result came back clear. It was nothing serious at all. The whole episode had drained him emotionally, not to mention the unnecessary medical bills. This story isn't unique. Many older adults face similar situations. Sometimes tests that aren't needed lead to anxiety, complications, or overtreatment. So what are these tests, and what should you focus on instead? Exam number 1. Routine whole body scans. Some clinics market whole body CT or MRI scans as a way to catch everything early. They sound appealing, but most doctors warn against them for older adults. Why? Because whole body scans often detect harmless abnormalities like tiny nodules or cysts that never would have caused problems. But once discovered, these incidental findings lead to more tests, biopsies, and stress. Instead, focus on screenings recommended by your doctor based on your history, not one-size-fits-all scans. Practical tip: ask your doctor, will this test change the way you manage my health? If the answer is no, you might not need it. Exam number 2, prostate cancer screening for some older men. Our second story is about Frank, Walter's neighbor. At 72, Frank had a PSA blood test for prostate cancer. His levels were slightly elevated, which led to a biopsy. The procedure caused complications, and in the end, the cancer detected was so slow-growing, it likely never would have affected his life. For many older men, especially beyond age 70, routine PSA testing may not extend lifespan, but it can lead to unnecessary treatments that harm quality of life. Practical tip: discuss the pros and cons of PSA testing with your physician. Sometimes watch for waiting is safer than rushing into treatment. If this resonates with you, type 2 in the comments.
Exam number 3, Pap tests after 65. Now let's turn to Susan's story. She had always kept up with Pap smears for cervical cancer, but at 68, her doctor gently explained, if you've had a history of normal results and no high-risk conditions, Pap tests are usually no longer needed after 65. Many women are surprised to hear this. The medical evidence shows the risks outweigh the benefits for women with a clean history. Practical tip: save yourself unnecessary discomfort. After 65, check with your gynecologist if Pap smears can safely be discontinued. And here's where I want you to participate. If you agree this is new and valuable information, write 3 in the comments. Exam number 4, colon cancer screening beyond a certain age. Colonoscopy is an important screening tool, but did you know guidelines often recommend stopping routine colon cancer screening around age 75? That's because the risks, like bleeding, perforation, or complications from anesthesia, may outweigh the potential benefits in older age, especially for those with no family history. Walter once considered another colonoscopy at 76. His doctor explained, "At your age, focusing on diet, fiber, and activity will do more for your longevity than another invasive test." That advice changed Walter's outlook. Practical tip: if you're over 75, ask if continued colonoscopies are really necessary or if there are gentler monitoring methods. Exam number 5. Bone density tests too frequently. Susan, like many women, worried about osteoporosis. She got a bone density scan every year, but her doctor later explained that bone density doesn't change much within a single year. For most healthy adults, repeating the test every 2 to 5 years is enough. Over-testing doesn't make your bones stronger, it just creates extra worry. Practical tip: focus instead on bone health habits. Light resistance exercise, balance training, calcium-rich foods, and vitamin D from safe sunlight. Exam number 6. Annual stress tests for the heart without symptoms. Finally, let's talk about heart stress tests. Unless you have chest pain, shortness of breath, or other clear symptoms, routine annual stress tests aren't often helpful. They can even lead to unnecessary stents or procedures. Walter once asked his doctor if he should do a treadmill test just in case. The doctor replied, "Walter, your best heart test is your daily walk, your blood pressure check, and keeping your cholesterol in line." Practical tip: unless your doctor sees a reason, skip the treadmill stress test. Put your energy into lifestyle changes that truly protect your heart. The bigger picture: healthy aging beyond tests. So what's the takeaway? It's not about refusing medical care. It's about being wise, avoiding unnecessary exams, and focusing on the daily choices that keep you strong.
Here are 4 pillars Walter and Susan embraced based on what research shows matters most for longevity and quality of life. Gentle daily movement. Instead of high-intensity workouts, Walter walks 30 minutes each morning and does light strength exercises with resistance bands. Studies show consistent moderate activity improves heart health, bone strength, and mood. Nutrition that nourishes. Susan fills her plate with colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. She limits processed sugar and salt not through strict dieting, but by enjoying home-cooked meals. Omega-3 fats from fish and fiber-rich foods are her secret weapons. Mental and social health. Both friends meet weekly with a small book club. Staying socially connected reduces the risk of dementia and depression. Walter also practices 5 minutes of meditation daily, keeping his mind calm. Preventative care that matters. Instead of extra scans, they keep up with essential vaccines, blood pressure checks, and diabetes screening. These simple steps prevent more harm than many high-tech tests. Story resolution, peace of mind. After adjusting their approach, both Walter and Susan felt lighter. No longer burdened by endless tests, they focused on joyful living. Walter laughed more with his grandchildren. Susan started gardening again. Their secret wasn't in chasing every possible medical scan. It was in living fully, wisely, and with balance. Your turn. Now let's bring it back to you. Out of these 6 exams, older adults may not need whole body scans, prostate cancer screening after a certain age, pap smears after 65, colonoscopies beyond 75, too frequent bone density scans, or routine heart stress tests without symptoms. Which one surprised you the most? Write the number in the comments. If you agree with number 3, type 3. If you've experienced something similar to Walter or Susan, share your story. Your voice could help someone else avoid unnecessary stress and focus on what truly matters: a longer, healthier, and happier life. And if you found value here, don't just move on. Support this channel so more people like you can hear it. Subscribe for more tips and share this with someone you love. Because aging isn't about fearing the years ahead. It's about living them with strength, clarity, and joy.